serve.
Without people caring about you, you really don't have a life.
Volunteers back at St. Augustine Hunger Center this Thanksgiving, feeding anyone who wants a meal this holiday.
Getting back to traditions.
3, 2, 1, go!
From parades to runs to backyard turkey bowls, Thanksgiving traditions are in full force. How many are gathering to make new memories after holidays apart?
This is the biggest win that any Pyrenean Shepherd has ever had.
A big winner at the National Dog Show is from Northeast Ohio. We speak to the breeder and co-owner of Sasha, a reserve Best in Show winner. Why she says showing dogs is more important than it seems.
Finding those holiday shopping deals, we have a look at when and where you can expect to find the best deals for the items on those holiday wish lists.
Sisters reunited.
It's just amazing to me. Like I said, it just seems on the same level as a miracle.
An extra reason to be grateful this holiday. We check in with three sisters finally reconnected after decades apart.
And now, live from WKYC Studios, this is What's New.
And hello and welcome to What's New on this Thanksgiving Thursday. Thank you so much for spending your holiday with us. I'm Lydia and Isabel.
And I'm Isabel. Lawrence, Jay, and Betsy are off this evening, but a very happy Thanksgiving to everyone at home and to you, Lydia.
It was a fabulous day.
Yeah.
It was very, very nice. And I know this is your first holiday here in Northeast Ohio.
It is.
How was it? Was it cold?
It's chilly. I'm used to the chilly though, but everyone here kept me warm. The WKYC team here kept me warm, embraced me, so happy to be here.
And you're from, was it Wisconsin?
I came from Wisconsin,
Okay.
so used to the cold. I do have a parka. A lot of people have been worried about that. I come prepared, but
Good for you.
so it'll be okay. It'll be okay.
All right, well, we're so glad to have you here,
Thank you.
Isabel.
Thank you.
And as we move on, while the coronavirus is still around this year, we got to see many Thanksgiving traditions back after a year off, from the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade to local turkey bowls.
Yeah, and family traditions are always a highlight of the holiday season. And after such a challenging year, those activities we do with loved ones, big and small, can also bring a sense of normalcy to Thanksgiving. This morning, people got together for their favorite Turkey Day traditions, thankful for the chance to make new memories together.
These teams in Hinckley got Turkey Day started with a touchdown or two, all in the name of helping others.
Last night we announced that we raised $511,000.
The Meadows Turkey Bowl is a tradition 32 years in the making. What started as a Thanksgiving football game in a backyard has become much bigger.
With that sum, we topped $3 million raised.
The fundraiser gives money to St. Vincent de Paul with a special focus on cancer research. It's a cause that's personal to founder Mike Meadows.
This year, 25% of the proceeds are going to go to cancer research for oligodendroglioma. My son Pete was diagnosed in January of 2020.
Taking the field to tackle cancer and getting a little help from a former NFLer.
Everyone's been real great. Yeah, everyone's been happy, competitive. There's some trash talk here and there, but what I expected.
From running plays
3, 2, 1, go!
to running the streets of Cleveland.
6:53. That's my best record I've done in my whole life.
Families flooded downtown for the 40th anniversary turkey trot.
We have a lot to be thankful for after what we've all gone through in the last, year and a half to 2 years. We're thrilled to be back out and back on the streets running.
An exciting morning, even for those who weren't running.
I cannot run, which is, I'm sure people don't believe.
Like a certain Olympic gold medalist and Ohioan who kicked off the race from the starting line.
It's exciting to be here and be a part of it this year.
Being part of those Turkey Day traditions, bringing a little taste of normalcy to this holiday season.
Oh, chilly out there, though. Running through it.
We were talking, you have some really nice traditions from your mom's side of the family.
Yeah, so my mom's from the Philippines, so I want to do this more. She cooks the best lumpia, which are little spring rolls. So nice. I know some people from the Philippines incorporate that with the traditional meal, so that's kind of what I'm pulling for going forward.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And we were talking earlier, I do something called arroz junto.
Okay.
So it's rice mixed with pigeon peas, but we call them gandules, and Jason loved it.
Ooh.
Yeah, Jason and Marissa came over for dinner, and they were just licking their plates. Can I say that? I guess I can.
I think so. Well, I'll have to come over next and try for myself.
We'll do that.
Okay.
All right. So now to your feed at 5. We begin with another rise in COVID-19 cases as Americans across the country gather for Thanksgiving. The U.S. is now topping 49 million infections. The Midwest seeing the biggest uptick, like in Michigan, where cases spiked nearly 70%. Even parts of New York seeing some of their highest daily numbers of new cases. As for hospitalizations, hospitals say it's still rare among those who are vaccinated or younger. So what's driving the latest wave?
There's 3 driving factors for the increase in cases. A high unvaccination rate still in parts of the country. Number 2, a majority of the new cases are children who are also unvaccinated. And then 3, we're seeing these cases cropping up in social settings.
Wow, doctors are still recommending those that travel to or from areas with high case numbers to try and get tested before they travel. And it's a Cleveland tradition, St. Augustine Hunger Center serving and delivering thousands of turkey dinners to anyone who needs it with the help of abundance in volunteers.
As Mark Namick explains, the event is seeing changes, but its thankful to be alive spirit remains as strong as ever.
For 50 years, it's been feeding those living on the edge. On this Thanksgiving, 15,000 meals, most home delivered. Just before noon, volunteers outnumbered guests, those helping drawn here for different reasons, but with equal commitment.
I got saved and sober 2 years, 3 months, 9 days ago. Knowing of the God of my understanding, he asked us to go help the last, the least, and the lost, and the sick and the suffering and oppressed. So that's what I'm doing.
Well, I'll tell you, it puts things in perspective for me personally. See how, how good we got it. Some of these people here don't have much, and it makes me feel warm to come down here and do what I can do to help,
I've been coming down here for like 10 years now. I was born in this neighborhood, Old Tremont, left here in 72. But it's always going to be my home. There's still a whole lot of needy people in the neighborhood. And God bless us all, and it's been nice to come down here again. I lost my sister Christmas Eve last year, and I'm doing this for her.
For those in need, fellowship as important as the meal.
Joy brings us together, so this is a joyful time for us. And we appreciate the people who provide the food for us, and also we provide our hurt, our pain, our suffering, and it all comes in this building. Without people caring about you, you really don't have a life.
Run by Catholic Charities, the event is strongly tied to its matriarch, Sister Carita, now retired, who noted the changing demographics of those seeking help.
There's a big change in it. A lot of them are poor. Some of them now have homes, however. That's beautiful. I'm so glad for that. But there's a lot of grandmothers with their grandchildren. Okay, that's one of them. And then the homeless themselves that come. But they're beautiful, beautiful people, and they really bring us joy. And they make Thanksgiving Day worthwhile.
I also spent some time today with Eric Milkey, the program director for Catholic Charities, who was in charge of the event. He said they are indeed seeing more working poor reach out for help, and he had a message for volunteers. Don't forget the other 364 days a year. And as Sister Carita once told me, there are poor on Thanksgiving and well beyond. So let's not forget that. They're always with us.
She's so special. Oh my gosh, she's amazing. How does she keep going after she retired? I don't get it.
Again, she's the face. She shooed me away. I've interviewed her many times. She really wanted the focus to be, with Eric and some of the other volunteers, but she is so much of the face, and so many people go to her. And I think her message that, again, the poor are with us all year long, not just on Thanksgiving.
True.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mark.
The President and First Lady posted a Thanksgiving message on social media today, paying special homage to members of the military.
As we gather together again, our table and our hearts are full of grace and gratitude for all those we love. And as Commander-in-Chief, I'm especially grateful to our service members and their families for the sacrifices to our nation. Thanks for what we have.
They also took a moment to acknowledge the lives lost to COVID-19.
3, 2, 1, let's have a parade!
There they go. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade returned to the streets of New York City in full force this morning. Tom the Turkey led the way, as it always does. The parade featured 15 character balloons, 28 floats, 9 performing groups, and 10 marching bands. The world-famous Rockettes were on hand as well. Love them. Some of the floats included Baby Yoda, Boss Baby, there's that one, there's Baby Yoda, and then SpongeBob. Thousands of people lined the parade route to ring in the holiday season.
Love that parade. All right, as you get ready to enjoy your Thanksgiving meal, if you haven't already, you're probably excited for a specific dish, but which foods are people least excited to eat? Now, according to a survey from The Vacationer, the most hated Thanksgiving food is cranberry sauce. Come on.
Oh,
I love it.
I like
With
it
nearly
too.
30% of people saying they didn't like it. Surprisingly, turkey ranks as the second most hated food. What gives here, people?
Oh, man.
I agree with this one. Green bean casserole rounds out the top 3.
Okay, so it's no for the green beans for you.
No, I can't do anything canned like that. It's too salty.
You don't like it? Okay.
No. Have you had it?
I don't think my family's actually ever made it, so maybe I'm not the right person to ask.
Okay, well, okay. Maybe I'll make it for you one day just to see.
Oh, you're
No, I don't
gonna
wanna
have a
torture you.
running list of things you need to make me now, apparently. Oh, man. All right, well, still ahead, setting records in the world of BMX biking. We introduce you to the local kid who might just be the next Cleveland sports icon.
Plus, a big win at the National Dog Show for a local Case Western Reserve University professor. She explains what the win means for the breed as we get to meet, hey, that winning dog there. And Jason, what lousy weather, but a beautiful day.
I know, it should be on the most hated list along with those others like the green bean casserole, but I don't know about that, but I do know that things are going to be changing for us. We have rain showers today, cold temperatures. We're going to be talking about snow moving back in. The full forecast coming up.
All right, we want to put the spotlight on a kid from our area who's setting world records at the world of BMX biking.
Yeah, pretty impressive. Free News met up with him and his family to talk about his rising fame. Mike Polk Jr. introduces us to Huck Kurinsky.
The greater Cleveland area has been home to no shortage of legendary athletes. Jesse Owens won 4 Olympic medals right in Hitler's face. LeBron James hasn't done bad for himself. And now it appears we just might have a new sports icon in town. And he's 7. Bask in awe, Cleveland, at the sick moves of Huck Karinsky of Bay Village, who last year broke the world record for the youngest male to complete a backflip, then at the tender age of 6. The young man has no shortage of talent and moxie to spare.
How did you feel when you broke that world record?
Happy.
What's a trick that you want to do that you aren't ready to do quite yet?
A 360.
360, that's all the way around.
But like this way.
This
not
way.
Like that way.
Right, not this way, that way.
I met Huck at Ray's Indoor Mountain Bike Park on the near west side, which has become like a second home to him. To his credit, all the success doesn't seem to be going to his head.
And you are getting famous. I actually just saw this article about you in the Plain Dealer.
I
That's you.
said, did you have a newspaper in there about me?
It is.
But I said, do you have my newspaper
Yes.
in there? And he said no.
And I lied to you. And that's a lesson that you have to learn.
According to Huck's father, plenty of people have started taking notice of the young athlete's unique talents.
You know, he has fans, and we've been places where Huck's gotten his picture taken with kids. Doesn't know how to sign his name yet, but he's signing helmets.
Champions are often forged under duress, and Huck was no exception.
When COVID happened and the world shut down, this was one of the few places that was open here in Cleveland. It was a battle to find activities for him.
As Huck's popularity gains steam, building his brand has become a family affair. Huck's sister Ada is helping maintain his social media presence.
I understand you manage his social media accounts, some of them. How's that going?
Good. I try to post a lot so a lot of people can see.
Huck appears to be adjusting well to his new life as a BMX celeb.
Are you the coolest kid in class?
No.
You're not? Who's the coolest kid in your class?
My friend Gavin.
What world record does he hold?
No.
None? Doesn't sound very cool to me. You're cooler.
Dad says the family is doing their best to make sure Huck's life has balance.
As high as he goes on a BMX bike, we're trying to keep him as grounded as possible.
His folks must be doing something right because their kid was nice enough to give me some tips on thrashing the course.
Go down a ramp.
Just go down the ramp?
You push forward, you don't lean back.
Are they always going to be flying at me like that? Mm-hmm. Okay. And we're down. Okay, lean forward. I'm going, oh no. Okay, I'm down. It's fine.
Huck's a special kid who deserves some recognition, so I bestowed upon him the highest award one can receive in the greater Cleveland area.
I'm giving you this certificate of achievement in recognition of doing Cleveland proud, and then that's officially signed by me. Do you think this is the second coolest thing to ever happen to you other than breaking that world record? Mm-hmm. Don't worry, there's a lot of life left, kid.
So congrats to you, Huck. Keep your eye on the prize. And thanks for everything you taught me.
Come on, let's time it up. 1, 2, 3. I feel like you're blowing it.
That's so cute. All right, so what did you do outside today? Anything?
I did literally nothing outside. I stayed inside the whole day.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's not a good hair day, Jason. We were just talking about it. Not a good hair day. Her hair is perfect, but mine is like pretty big today, so.
No. Both of you look great on this Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, and happy Thanksgiving, guys, at home as well. It has not been the best and brightest across Northeast Ohio for our Thursday nor Thanksgiving. Any sort of celebrations definitely would need to be on the inside. There's a couple things that we're going to be talking about here in this forecast that we really need to pay attention to as winter weather is on the way. We've had our temperatures in the mid to upper 40s across the region today. Some light rain showers expected through the later portion of the evening before we get that changeover to some snowfall. So let me point out here some light rain moving across the area well up to the north and west right now. Southwest winds pulling into the region as well. So this is sort of a warming wind for us, but the winds are going to be changing all because of this little guy right here, our next frontal boundary, headed towards the region with an area of low pressure, a strong wind, in fact, moving across the area as well. Winds right now gusting up to about 10 to 15 miles per hour. That continues through the evening before we sort of flip the switch here and we really crank up our winds. Back up towards the north and west, you can see where all that cold air is locked in. 20s in Minneapolis, 30s there in Chicago. All of this cold air is what's heading our way over the next couple of days or so. Moving forward in your National Design Mark hour-by-hour forecast, notice those light rain showers through the latter portion of the evening, quickly changing over to a rain-snow mix, likely becoming all snow shortly after the midnight hour. We continue that track through early morning hours for tomorrow. Notice those streams coming on in. That is the lake effect snow mix that's moving into the region as well. Tomorrow morning, 20s well inland, low 30s around the lakeshore. We're talking about winds gusting up to about 30 miles per hour. This is going to feel like mid to low 20s, and for some could likely be feeling like the teens as well. Through the late evening going into our Saturday, you can see we still got 20s around the region. We're not climbing as high as maybe even mid 30s for tomorrow. We go back down into the 20s overnight Saturday, moving through midday. Likely mid to upper 30s here, and then notice what happens here by the time we get to Saturday night heading into Sunday. This is a clipper system coming on in. Half of the region is likely going to be stuck with rain. The eastern half is likely going to be stuck with a rain-snow mix, more snow rather than rain. That continues on and off through our Sunday as well before we really start to crank things back up next week. How much snowfall are we expecting? Where you can see here in our snow mode, we have anywhere from maybe a ½ inch, maybe even a dusting well inland, up to maybe an inch, maybe even 2 inches over in the Youngstown region. Let me back on the way so you can see your Union Home Mortgage 7-day outlook. Notice temperatures stuck into the 30s by middle portion of the next week. When we start to go into the 40s, a little bit of sun peaks expected by Tuesday, Wednesday back into the mid to upper 40s expected. Thursday, this is likely going to be the best of the 7-day, ladies. You can see there sun peaks mid 40s.
Ooh, all right, well, coming up, a local winner at the National Dog Show. We speak exclusively with the breeder and co-owner of the Reserve Best in Show winner.
Plus, worth the watch. Actress Jennifer Garner gets candid about taking care of her cat Moose. That is a moose. And why bath time isn't as easy as it seems. Holy smokes, that's a cat.
Well, if you were watching the National Dog Show earlier today, you may have noticed a local dog in the Best in Show lineup.
I love that show. That dog isn't just any average canine. She's a 7-year-old Pyrenean Shepherd named Sasha, who went on to win a top prize in today's competition.
Oh, okay. So Sasha is also special because her owner is a Chardon resident and a professor at a local university.
for the show, it's sort of like you had an athlete that was going to prom, so they're all gussied up.
Dr. Patricia Princehouse may be a familiar face to some. She's a professor at Case Western Reserve University, but her hobby is breeding Pyrenean Shepherds, a rare breed of dog known for its command of the farmlands in France. Dr. Princehouse, who has been breeding for 40 years and co-owns Sasha, a Pyrenean Shepherd who was just featured on the National Dog Show, winning the herding group and then going on to win Reserve Best in Show. Sasha's handler, Ruth Ellen, knows that competing and winning at this level is no easy task.
I always call the show dogs Olympic athletes. You know, to me, that's what they are.
But for purebred dog owners and breeders, the shows are just the icing on the cake to all the hard work, the time and money that's put into showing dogs.
People don't realize that dog show people fund millions of dollars in research.
And that research goes into helping rare breeds like Sasha and others to survive.
You know, people think of this as this sort of hoity-toity sport for rich people, or maybe you get rich breeding puppies or stuff like that. No, we keep the day job in order to spend the money on the dogs.
And congrats to her. Now, to give you an idea, in the dog show world, the National Dog Show is considered as one of the top 3 dog shows in the country, right up there with Westminster. Now, one of our producers, Kelly Salandro, you might not know this, but she used to be a dog trainer and she would do all these shows.
These are the little bits and pieces I'm still putting together. I didn't know that.
She's a good resource. When my dog got sprayed by a skunk, right to Kelly. You know.
She knows everything dog related.
She does.
All right, good to know. Well, now for our Worth the Watch, we could not forget, of course, about our other favorite pet, cats. Got to give them some love. Jennifer Garner posted a video on Instagram of her having to give her cat a bath. And let's just say things did not quite go exactly according to plan.
What's to be done? What would my mom do? She would get you in here for Pat. Get in here.
Oh no, okay, so Garner's candid video comes after her cat, Moose, had a bit of an accident. Moose did not take well to being cleaned up, clearly, jumping out of the tub, even leaving some scratch marks on Garner. Yikes, look at the face, that's not a happy cat.
Awful.
Oh no, but Garner says she can't blame the cat here, so.
That's a big cat. Now I know why she calls the cat Moose.
That's a very fitting name.
Yeah, I know. My gosh, good for her.
Gotta just keep the little guy clean.
That's a good advice. Hey, coming up at 5:30, preparing for Black Friday deals. Will you find them in stores or online? Experts explain where and when you can find the best prices.
Plus, a local product taking over store shelves. The line of spices you can now find at Macy's right after this.
And now, live from WKYC Studios, this is What's New.
And welcome back. I'm Lydia Sparrow to What's New. We begin with 3 things to know. Developing news in Akron, where 1 man is dead after a house fire early this morning on the city's southwest side. Firefighters were called to the 1200 block of Sevilla Avenue just after 3 this morning, where they found a 2-story home on fire. The victim was pulled from the home and rushed to a nearby hospital, where he later died from his injuries. His name has not been released, and the cause of that fire is still under investigation.
St. Augustine's Church in Tremont was busy today, once again serving Thanksgiving meals to anyone who needs them. Many volunteers showed up to help serve meals at the church, but most meals, 15,000 of them, were home delivered this year. Those with the church and Catholic Charities say it's important to volunteer and help the other 364 days of the year as well. Well, the CDC has issued a health warning tonight over the rising number of flu cases. Researchers say cases have increased among children and young adults in recent weeks. Most cases involve the strain, which caused serious problems back in the 2017-2018 flu season, when 52,000 people died.
And welcome back to our Thanksgiving edition to What's New. I'm Lydia Sparrow with Isabel Lawrence, and Jay and Betsy have the holiday off. And Isabel, it's your first holiday in Cleveland.
It is.
You love it. It rocks, doesn't it?
Cleveland does rock, is what I've heard around town. But no, I mean, the lights, seeing everything all lit up when you go downtown, the trees, the light poles, everything. I mean, it's so festive here, and I'm really excited to explore all the different holiday markets and things that there are.
I know you're going to love it. You sound like a big-time explorer.
That I am.
Yeah, there you go.
That I am. Yeah, so I'm ready to get out there. If anyone has recommendations for, what to do in the holidays, let me know. All right, well, time now for your top talker. And today we are talking about holiday shopping.
And while many retailers like Walmart, Target, and Kohl's are closed today, I'm happy about that, though. They will be opening their doors early tomorrow for Black Friday.
Yeah, but the big question is that when shoppers will actually be seeing the deals. NBC's Jolene Kent explains when and where you should look.
The flood of deals may be everywhere already, but another avalanche is on the way this Thanksgiving weekend.
I've already started it. I love getting ready for the holidays.
As retailers try to capture your spending and make up for a tough 2020.
Everything we're buying this year is 75% in person, 25% online.
The rush for discounts comes as a clogged supply chain continues to trigger major delays on scores of gifts, motivating some shoppers to get going early. On average, consumers plan to spend $998 on gifts and beyond this season, down slightly from before the pandemic in 2019.
Despite the rising cost of living, shoppers like here in Los Angeles are expected to show up in droves. And it's the same story here at the Mall of America in Minnesota. In fact, the National Retail Federation estimates that 66% of shoppers nationwide will spend this holiday weekend. To here in Maryland, where shoppers are hunting for clothes, toys, and gift cards.
With so much demand, shoppers should expect to see weaker than usual discounts this weekend.
We're seeing discounts in the range of 5 to 25% this season. And that's different from previous seasons when they've gone down as much as 10 to 30%.
Those shallower discounts driven by supply chain issues and retailers having to pay more to get your products on their shelves.
So retailers are really struggling to keep popular products in stock, ship them out on time, and consumers are going to really start feeling that, especially if they're shopping at the last minute this year.
So what should you buy and when? The deepest discounts on big ticket items like TVs, as well as clothes, shoes, and beauty are expected on Black Friday. And look for the best price cuts on electronics and travel come Cyber Monday.
All right, so Cyber Monday is pretty big around here. Now, I think there are good deals out there. I think you just have to hunt for them.
Yes.
Depending on what you want.
I would agree with that. I think there are a lot of places you can probably hunt for those discount codes, combine them to get the right maximum discounts. I don't know. I've always personally been one of those people who just walks into the shop and sees it there.
And that's it.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of work for the coordinating.
I'm calling, I just bought a piece of furniture and there's an extra 10% off. I'm calling them.
Get them on the phone.
Hello, we need to talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna get the discount.
All right, you let me know if you get it.
I will.
I believe in you.
And as we talk about holiday shopping, you might be surprised to know a locally made product is now being sold at Macy's. Terry and Herbs, the line of spices developed by the owners of Aladdin's, Love Them, and Bose's Cafe across Northeast Ohio, is now sold at Macy's.com. And we love this spice. Each of the spices comes packaged with the great holiday baskets and gifts, and it's all to spice up your holiday cooking.
People are looking for gifts that are unique, things that people can actually use. So our blends feature seafood, steak, Mediterranean all-purpose blend, Cajun, and chicken. And it's really great because these are all low salt and no salt in one of them. They use healthy ingredients, nutritional ingredients, and they're versatile. So you can use it when you're baking an item, when you're stir frying, when you're pan searing, when you're basically any way you cook, you can use these spices to make your recipes really delicious.
Ooh, I'm there. Tina submitted the spice blend online through her women's business certification. There you go. Tina hopes to eventually get them on Macy's shelves as well.
All right, still ahead, jumping to the beach. A look at the local students who performed a jump rope routine in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade today.
Plus, reunited. It feels good, yeah, after decades apart. We check in with three sisters who are settling into life together. But first, Jason, we have another look at our rainy forecast.
We do, guys. And hey, we were 2 degrees warmer than normal today. Temperatures still holding into the mid-40s because of that southerly wind. And we're going to be talking about some snow showers. I'll time it out for you and what we can expect with 2 systems headed our way. The details next.
And while spirits may be high gathering together for Thanksgiving, yeah, it was a pretty gloomy day outside weather-wise, but it was nice to stay around the fireplace with family. That's a look at outside of Lake Erie. The rain was just pounding it all day. It was so hard, but you know what? You get up late, you eat your dinner, you hang out around the fireplace, you have family night.
Yeah, I was going to say, of all the days to be cozy and maybe have an excuse to eat another batch of comfort food,
there you go.
Maybe today's the day.
There you go. And Jason, I think you agree with us.
I do agree with you guys, because any sort of outdoor exercise is going to be like that's not going to happen. Yep. You got to go to the indoor gym because it's going to be looking a lot more like winter very soon. Let's dive into the forecast right now and show you what's happening. A trough of low pressure is beginning to edge closer and closer to northeast Ohio. We have sort of a warming wind upon us right now coming coming out of the south. Some light, pesky rain has been moving all across our region here. And on the backside of that is going to be cold conditions, a huge changeover expected across our area. Winds sustained at about 5 to 10 miles per hour and gusting up to about 15. And then we're going to double that by this time tomorrow. Check out these temperatures back over towards the upper Midwest right now. 20s and even 30s back towards the Twin Cities and also Chicago. 30s right now from Kansas City over to St. Louis, and already in the 40s south in Nashville. Your National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast is going to paint a little bit of a gloomy picture overnight tonight, with rain showers quickly flipping over to some snow showers. The bulk of this activity is likely going to be, of course, the snow belt north and east of the Cleveland metro right now. You can see their 20s by sunrise for tomorrow morning, mid to low 20s with feels like temperatures, and even some could be feeling like the upper teens by mid-morning for tomorrow. Through the later portion of the morning into the afternoon, we still stream in some of those lake showers there north and east of the area, Lake and Geauga, and even over to Ashtabula County. Friday night into Saturday, we still click over with some southerly winds, or at least some northwesterly winds, taking our temperatures back down into the mid to low 20s by Saturday morning. It is going to be a cold one out there, my friends, well below the average. That continues through our Saturday afternoon. Friday, Saturday, and even Sunday stuck in the 30s. And then we're going to be talking about our next weather maker, round 2, with the Clipper system move in. You're going to see this rain shower really impacting the lake here, and then the snow belt region up towards the north, snow rain mixing on in, and that continues through the later portion of the afternoon into the early evening. Again, Sunday morning a bit more on the milder side, late morning still some 30s there, snow showers changing over to some snow showers through the afternoon, and even to the evening. Again, still talking about a pesky commute across the region. Your Union Home Mortgage 7-day outlook. Snow mainly east for Black Friday. 33 for the high. Upper 30s Saturday, Sunday. Snow possible leading into Monday as well. It's not until Tuesday that we start to squeeze in a little bit more sunshine. You can see there Tuesday, low 40s, 43 degrees expected by Wednesday with a few showers, and even Thursday. Likely, guys, going to be my best pick of the week when we top out in the mid 40s with a little bit of sunshine moving back in.
Well, it is winter in Northeast Ohio. All right, thanks, Jason. It's time to see what's clicking in Cleveland.
After that, we bring in our digital anchor, Stephanie Haney. Hey, Stephanie.
Hello, ladies. A very happy Thanksgiving to you and a very happy Thanksgiving to everyone at home. We start today with the first story people are clicking on. It's a holiday story. It's about the infamous Third Shift Bar in Tremont, the Rally Inn, and the role it played in A Christmas Story, the movie. During filming, the upstairs served as the makeup and wardrobe room, and legend has it customers were even pulled from the bar at random to be extras in the movie. And if you go there today, you can honor that history by ordering the Drink Your Ovaltine cocktail. Now, if you watched today's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade right here on Channel 3, you saw at least 17 Ohioans. 2 of them were in the Great Marching Band, and 15 more were in the Heartbeats Jump Rope Troupe. Teenagers from the local chapter based in Medina were joined by 97 others from 23 states around the country to perform, and they jumped all 3 miles of that parade route. They were also in the grand finale routine at Herald Square. Very cool. And today, of course, our 3 News viewers are sharing what they are thankful for. First up, we have Kathleen Walker, who has a lot to celebrate this season. She is thankful for life. After 2 surgeries and contracting COVID-19 this year, she says she's celebrating Thanksgiving at home with her family. And Ralph Souths in Lorain is very thankful for his home. It's a beautiful home, his neighborhood, and his lakeside city. We do definitely have a beautiful lakeside city. As for me, I am very thankful this year for at least the opportunity to get together with family and loved ones. I think that's something, Lydia and Isabel, that we will not be taking for granted anytime soon. Again, happy Thanksgiving to you, ladies. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone at home. I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Stephanie. So I'm so thankful. I have a large family, and you were saying you're an only child, and I just want to cry for you. But you don't know any different than not having other people, right?
Absolutely. But hearing about you, so many siblings, big family. I mean, that must be a fun dinner table, especially for the holiday season.
Oh, I think you'd fit right in. I really do.
Aww.
You could just blend in as one of my nieces. Seriously.
Perfect.
I know.
Perfect.
But I think we have a lot, especially here in Northeast Ohio. It was such a struggle for the last 2 years with COVID. And I'm just so thankful that a lot of our families made it. But there's so many people out there who have been suffering still from COVID. And, you know, we just need to get this under wraps, I guess.
Absolutely. Like Mark said when he joined us earlier in the show, always a good time to give back and help others.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, we get dinner here. The station's sending us food, so I'm thankful for that. Thank you,
So
Mickey.
grateful.
Yeah, I'm very grateful to that. All right, anyhow, so I guess we're going to just move on here now.
All righty. Well, still ahead, checking in with three sisters, the special surprise in store for the family, ready to reunite at last.
Plus, a woman born in 1914 is ready to celebrate Thanksgiving, what she's grateful for this holiday. That's your Show Us Something Good. Students who participated at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Fairless High School seniors Jacob Lyon and Brock Rinko were two of 185 band members from across the country marching today. We talked to students before they left.
It's mind-boggling to actually think about and put it into feelings and express into words, so I'm just excited.
Huge thank you to our community around us. It's very the reason we're going. We call our community Fairless, Ohio. So Fairless, Ohio is for sure the reason we are going to New York City.
Wow, that's awesome. Congratulations to those two seniors on their very exciting opportunity.
Well, it's been nearly a year since we launched our Reconnecting series, reuniting folks with their long-lost loved ones.
Yeah, back in May, we met Renee Scarpa, that is, whose life changed when her search for angels found her sisters.
Yeah, now we have a very special surprise in store for them. Take a look.
It's been about 6 months since we last saw Renee Scarpa, at the time searching for the sisters she last saw 55 years earlier.
Through all of the grief and all of the hurt and everybody kind of protecting themselves and their own feelings, I think maybe that's where the understanding came that they didn't want anything to do with us.
That, of course, wasn't true.
This is Vicky, and this is Connie.
Your sister? I found them for you.
Our search angels, Janet Renardo Travis and Lynette Kate and Brian, with DNA Now, tracked down Renee's sisters, Vicky and Connie. It was the missing piece she'd longed for her whole life.
Reality that I felt for so long, that it's really hard to get my mind wrapped around a different reality. But it's a great problem to have.
It is.
Since reuniting, the sisters have gone on with everyday life. Vicky in Iowa with her family, Connie in Illinois with hers, and Renee in Solon, grateful for monthly Zoom calls she gets with her sisters.
It's just amazing to me. Like I said, it just seems on the same level as a miracle.
It's been wonderful. It's to get to know her has been wonderful. We talk very freely and openly, and we have shared values.
There's just so much that is similar that it's like uncanny.
But meeting in the middle of a pandemic and some health issues have kept them apart. Still, they all dream of the moment they'll come face to face.
Oh, I like long hugs.
Time for a sister surprise.
Whenever it happens, we want to help a little bit. So, what I have is a gift certificate from Southwest Airlines, who are going to pay for your flights to see Renee.
Oh, very nice.
I also have 2 gift certificates from the Hilton Cleveland downtown, who have set you up in a two beautiful hotel rooms for whenever you come visit your sister.
It's really,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's so sweet.
Enjoying the moment and living by the old saying, some things are just worth the wait.
I am really happy to have Renee in my life.
Get those arms strengthened, Renee, because here comes the
bet.
huggers.
You bet.
Lindsay Buckingham,
I'm ready for a girls' weekend.
3 News.
Wow, what a touching story there. The sisters tell us they have a Cleveland bucket list they want to check off when they come visit, including the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There's no date set, but when that reunion does happen, you can bet we will be there.
Wow, just perfect. A good story for today. Lindsay does such a nice job. You see her crying. She just puts her whole heart and soul into those stories.
You can really tell,
Yeah.
and it means so much, and we can't wait for that reunion to happen.
I know. I can't either. I mean, it's just, when you reconnect with somebody you haven't seen in so long, it's, I don't know, it's like eating a candy bar, I guess. I didn't know what else to say.
Food on the mind this Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Still to come in What's New. This woman is setting records this Thanksgiving, and she's proving age is just another number. That story coming up, and show us something good.
And coming up on What Matters Most at 6, in the wake of the Cleveland Guardians name change, the push from some Ohio lawmakers to retire Native American school mascots. And before the break, we have your pop quiz question. All right, here it is. When was the first Macy's Day Parade? Options are A, 1912, B, 1947, or C, 1924. We will have the answer when we return. Welcome back and a very happy Thanksgiving. Now, before the break, we asked our pop quiz question. When was the first Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? The options again, A, 1912, B, 1947, or C, 1924. So Lydia, I saw you literally doing some math during the break. So
I was doing the math, and Rob from engineering was helping me.
Okay.
And we're going to go with 1924 because they just are celebrating 95 years, I believe. Let's see.
Alrighty.
Yay!
Your math was correct. There it is. The answer is 1924. So it was actually focused on Christmas and was held by store employees to try and get more shoppers into the store. And as for the year 1947, well, that is actually when the parade went to national TV. All right, so if you guessed that, weren't
I
too
didn't
far
even
off.
cheat, so I didn't even look ahead, so that's
She
really
literally
good.
had the pen and paper doing the math out.
Oh, great. Well, now for our show is something good. Meet Mamie Forrester, one of the oldest residents of Tennessee. She's celebrating her 107th Thanksgiving this year.
Wow, she was born in 1914 and has now lived through 2 pandemics, the Spanish flu in 1918 and, of course, COVID-19. She says she is grateful to still be here.
Yeah, I'm grateful that I've lived this long.
Her caretaker says she would be lost without her and has a feeling that part of her secret to a long life is love.
Oh, probably that little puppy she has sitting next to her, if that's her puppy. Dogs really help.
So sweet. Yeah, lots of love. I would just love to be able to sit down with her, have a conversation, pick her brain, and see all her experiences.
She apparently has all her memory, you can tell. She's just talking, and it's so cute to see her with that little puppy on her lap, though. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love dogs.
I'm sure if you asked her, too, what she's grateful for Thanksgiving, she would have a whole list of all of her experiences.
Absolutely, yep.
Oh, all right. Well, so much to be grateful for this Thanksgiving. So glad to be here with you.
Yes, I'm glad here, and thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you so much. Hope everyone digs into that maybe second helping at this point.
There you go.
Turkey.
What matters most starts right now.
Giving thanks.
They really bring us joy, and they make Thanksgiving Day worthwhile.
A Thanksgiving Day tradition to help Cleveland's homeless and those in need. Mark Namick shows us how volunteers made the holiday special for so many. Thanksgiving traditions. From the Turkey Bowl to the Turkey Trot, many across the area celebrated the holiday with a little athleticism today.
2, 1, let's have a parade!
Holiday season kickoff. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade kicked off the unofficial start of the holiday season with the return of its famous event and Santa Claus in New York City. And reason to give thanks.
Thankful for her for acting when she saw something.
A group